The return of Jesus and the second coming. Cayce's prophecies about the return of Jesus Christ were deeply philosophical and personal. He spoke of the day of the Lord approaching, marked by the second coming of Jesus to earth. While many theologians may debate the specifics, Cayce was clear, "As you saw him go, so he shall return." However, what made this prophecy even more fascinating was his belief that Jesus' return would signify a time when many would be called to prepare for the coming of the Lord. Cayce not only predicted the return of Christ, but also envisioned a spiritual awakening and a profound shift in human consciousness that would coincide with this event. He suggested that this day would be one of enlightenment, bringing transformation even to the most skeptical minds. The revelation of the Hall of Records from Atlantis. Cayce didn't just foresee spiritual changes, but also the rediscovery of ancient wisdom. He predicted the unearthing of the Hall of Records in places like Bimini, Egypt, and Yucatan, sites that were once hidden by the Atlanteans. These records were believed to contain crucial knowledge about the development of civilization, spiritual teachings, and prophecies that are still waiting to be revealed. Cayce claimed that these unique records would open new doors to understanding human history, spirituality, and philosophy. Although it may sound fantastical, the discovery of such records could revolutionize how we perceive the past and our place in the world. The evolution of human consciousness and the new root race. Cayce believed that human consciousness is continually evolving. The next significant phase, he predicted, would be the emergence of the fifth root race, representing a spiritual transformation in alignment with higher universal laws. This new race wouldn't be physically different, but would involve a profound spiritual awakening, bringing humanity to a higher understanding of God and the universe. Cayce called for humanity to prepare for a shift not just in the physical realm, but in the spiritual domain as well. This transformation would be accessible to anyone through personal spiritual growth, prompting the question, what changes must we make in our lives to be part of this new consciousness? Will China become the cradle of Christianity? Cayce predicted that China would one day become the cradle of Christianity in a deeper, more meaningful way than is understood today. He envisioned China as a place where spiritual principles would be practiced daily, influencing how people relate to each other and live their lives. Cayce even went so far as to suggest that civilization could shift from the west to the east. Cayce was not simply referring to China's political power, but to a spiritual awakening that could reshape the world. He reminded us that true transformation often comes through spiritual evolution rather than political change. Conflicts in the Persian Gulf. Cayce foresaw conflicts in the Persian Gulf, driven by the struggle for resources and significant spiritual and political changes that would reshape the global balance. He specifically mentioned regions like Libya, Egypt, Syria, and even areas around Australia, where key conflicts would unfold with far-reaching consequences for world politics. Cayce's prediction sheds light on the importance of these regions and encourages us to pay attention to current events in these areas. In today's geopolitical context, his prophecy remains highly relevant, showing how deeply interconnected politics, spirituality, and resources are in shaping the future. The self-powered perpetual motion machine. One of Cayce's more unusual predictions was about the invention of a machine that would create energy from its own force, functioning like a perpetual motion device. While the exact nature of this energy, whether it was wind, compression, or some other source, remains unclear, Cayce was adamant. This technology could sustain itself without external energy sources. In a world where energy conservation is critical, this prediction hints at the potential for humanity to discover technologies that could change our approach to renewable energy. Given the current focus on sustainability, this prophecy offers hope that such an invention might one day become a reality. Extended human lifespan. Finally, Cayce predicted that human life expectancy could be significantly extended. While scientists today are already recording longer lifespans, Cayce suggested that advancements in medicine, nutrition, and spiritual development could allow humans to live much longer than is currently possible. Cayce's prediction challenges us to think about what it means to live longer. How might such a life extension impact our spiritual evolution and the quality of our existence? His prophecy encourages us to consider what we could accomplish with more time on this earth. Edgar Cayce's original quotes, "Wisdom for the soul." Cayce's teachings were not only prophetic but also deeply philosophical. His quotes reflect his profound understanding of life, spirituality, and the human condition. On spiritual growth and life's purpose. Life is what you make of it. Your life is expressed through your thoughts and deeds, and your happiness depends on your ability to understand and follow spiritual laws. Without this awareness, nothing in the world can bring you lasting happiness. On love and inner peace. Love is the energy that flows from God. Love is the purest form of energy. If you allow love to flood your heart, you will become in harmony with yourself, with the world, and with God. On health and balance. The body is merely a reflection of spiritual balance. If your body is out of harmony, it is a sign that there is disharmony within your inner world. The harmony of spirit and body brings health and vitality. On destiny and free will. God created the world with free will, but free will is nothing more than a call to responsibility. Our choices shape our destiny. While circumstances may often be beyond our control, we always have a choice in how we respond to them. On faith and the spiritual journey. Faith is not simply belief in something, it is an inner strength. It is the ability to trust in what you cannot see, to surrender even in the face of uncertainty. On the future of humanity. The world is not the inheritance of our parents, but a loan to our children. Our future depends on what we do today. Strive to create conditions in which your children can grow and develop, spiritually and physically. Conclusion. Edgar Cayce's prophecies and quotes provide us with a unique perspective on the future, blending spiritual insight with a deep understanding of humanity's potential for growth and transformation. Whether he was predicting the return of Jesus, the rise of China as a spiritual center, or the extension of human life, Cayce's teachings point to a future where spiritual evolution and global harmony are key. His words encourage us to reflect on our own lives, our connection to the divine, and our role in shaping a better world for future generations. I am not afraid of death. I've already been there. Thank you for watching. We hope you found inspiration and insight in Edgar Cayce's timeless prophecies and wisdom. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Share your thoughts in the comments.